This is the drive home with
Zac
and TT for the Millwall drive home. Driving home from the den, where it finished Millwall 1.
Watford FC 0.
Watford 0. 1-0 to the Millwall. A tense, nail-biting finish. A game of very, very few chances. But fortunately, we took an absolute blinding one, and Watford did not take one of their, I think, two chances in the entire game. A very poor Watford side. That's 2 years in a row they've come to the Den and been one of the worst teams I've seen at the Den. They really are in dire straits. Don't get me wrong, we weren't much better, but I felt once we got the lead, we just sat in and just dug deep, and for all Watford's possession, they didn't really create anything. If you don't mind, put a like on the video. That was our fourth match in 8 days, and technically we're not counting Palace as a defeat, are we? Because although we went out of the cup, it was 1-0 after 90 minutes. So Charlton 1-0 at Palace. Two completely different things. Obviously, we went to Newcastle, Barca on the Thursday. Barca 1-2-1, and then a much needed home win.
Yeah.
For all of the, I didn't think we were poor against Wrexham, but we couldn't take our chances. We needed a win. We needed to hear rocking all over the world, and we did that. Like I said, put your like on the video if you don't mind. Put your comments in below. I'm going to put it out there, and I want, there's a question. So there's a debate between me and Zac. I felt the goalkeeper was too far over to his own post for the goal. Zac thinks that...
As a keeper, you have to cover your side that you think the striker's going to go to, and that's what he did. And it's a good finish by Negley. He's put it at a blind side of the keeper, and he's tucked it into the back of the net. So nothing the keeper can do.
I disagree. I think he started too far to his right post, and he needs to be a little bit more central. Although yes, he's got to cover, the wall should be covering his left side. He still has too much to do, and he can't get himself over. The ball does not go into the corner of the net. Obviously, we'll talk about that. But comments in below, see where you stand as opposed to where the keeper did stand for the goal. And we found out that 33% of you stay all the way to the end. So you listen to our ramblings all the way to the end. So the hardcore 33%, are obviously Millwall crazy. So thank you very much. We really do appreciate the support on the channel.
Yeah.
We had a change lineup again. We had was it 4-4-1-1? We said.
Yeah, but it could be interchangeable because the wingers were further up than in the midfield. If you could kind of get what I mean, because we were playing 4-4-1-1, but the wingers were further up than in the four.
We started with Bender in goal, the right back of Leonard, Crammer and Cooper as the centre backs. Left back was Joe Bryan. Defensively, we were excellent today. We conceded very, very, very few chances. Like the only thing that we conceded few chances, but that's because that Watford didn't seem like they wanted to attack. Every time they got the ball wide, certainly for the first 65 minutes, they kept turning back and playing it back towards their own goal. And you're thinking, you could see how frustrated their own fans were getting. Like, you've got to be more direct. And I felt that we did that better in terms of when we got into it. Players like Maku wanted to do it anyway. We go back through the formation. So Del Boy as the central defensive midfielder with Luongo. Right midfield was Maku was on the left. Was it Negley on the right, although he interchanged a lot with Ballo.
Yeah.
And Ballo or Negley had that cam position behind Coburn. Now Coburn's got a lot of stick today.
He was not good.
You think he was not good? Listen, as a striker, your one job is to put the ball in the back of the net, and he hasn't done it at all this season, and he doesn't seem to know how to do it from 6 yards, which is massively concerning. We can't keep saying it every single week that he can't put the ball in the back of the net. Just obviously, the person behind is my beautiful wife and Zac's mum, just in case you think we're ignoring her. She will not speak, but very rarely comes to games at the moment. She's our lucky charm, so I'm going to have to try and shoehorn her again.
And the light is shining down her like she is.
I know, she's angelic. She's absolutely angelic. But yeah, you're not going to get a word out of her. To be fair, normally at football she just swears a lot. So this is a family broadcast. So She's
Not allowed to
definitely.
talk about the ref.
You know,
Not allowed
no,
to
we're going to talk
talk
about the ref. Don't you worry. Ref Watch is coming back. It's making a new appearance.
Oh, I love when you used to do the separate videos on Ref Watch.
I know. Yeah, it's coming back today.
They were the
Believe
good
me.
old days.
But yeah, I thought Coburn. A lot of his game was good. I think he lost a bit of confidence when he missed the chance. But before his chance, the goal that we were talking about. I think it was Ballo that run through, he was taken out on the edge of the box.
Yeah.
One decision that the referee had to.
He had to make
Yeah,
it.
he had to give.
To be fair, we say he had to make it.
Yeah, it's true. And it's towards the right side of the box. Up steps Camille Negley, who, and like I said, I felt that the keeper's too far over. He doesn't move his feet. He gets stuck in cement. Ironically, he ends up diving across the ball. And what Negley does really well is he gets a lot of dip on it. So he goes up and then down. It goes over the keeper. It's kind of, it sounds stupid to say you've lobbed him, but because of the angle that he got on it, it made it difficult for the keeper to save it. And obviously the keeper then headbutted the post to add insult to injury. Picked up a concussion. I think had a concussion sub at half time. We then created the next best chance of the game. We had the aforementioned Josh Coburn. To be fair, I didn't mention Negley's knee slide, which was
Oh my god,
pretty impressive.
I will always appreciate a good knee slide.
Good
Like
knee
the
slide.
Charlton players' knee slide when they went 1-0 up was really good.
Yeah.
But Negley's was better today because you just like when they keep sliding and they don't trip over anything.
Yeah.
You just got to appreciate
Good
it.
sign of a good pitch as well. So our pitch is heavily watered. You see at half time, our players, our subs were getting absolutely soaked. But
I nearly got soaked.
yeah, you did actually before the game. But yeah, the ball from deep from Joe Bryan hits the. It's a poor clearance from the Watford. I think it was the Watford left back, headers it straight to Leonard, who controls it with his big old nuts. Nuts it down to him. He crosses the ball into perfectly for Coburn, who's 6 yards out. He gets in front of his defender and just needs to hit the target and somehow puts the ball over the top of the goal, over the bar. And it was a game where if we scored 2 goals, we would have seen that game out so comfortably, like I said, because Watford really had nothing going forward. And because we don't score it, you're frustrated. And then, of course, any game they're going to come back into it. Cooper had a header wide from a corner. Watford did have one chance in the first half, a 30-yard shot, maybe not 30, maybe 25 yards out. Bender has to make a save and parries it. He does well to push it, but he pushed it well away. He had so much time. He weren't in the corner.
It's one that you'd expect him to make, but isn't an easy save to
No,
make.
it bounces just in front of him, and it's always quite difficult for a keeper. So he done what he needed to do, and that was Watford's only chance in the first half. They got booed off by their fans at half time.
Love to hear it.
Second half, obviously they were going to grow into the game. They were going to create some chances with the possession that they had. Their big chance came from another shot from about 25 yards out. It was hit really well. He put his foot through it. Well saved in terms of he's got it behind it. The problem Bender's done is he's parried it straight out, but he gets a bit of bounce on it, so that the in-rushing striker, I think it was the striker.
I think it was their left back.
Was it?
Yeah, I think they said it was their left back.
He finished it like a left back and sliced it over. Bender did have to make another good save from a corner, which just was kind of a reflex save. It didn't really have to do anything else. That's that would be the disappointment for Watford. But I said about Ref Watch. What was Josh Smith?
Josh Smith.
Hell, what a useless plank that geezer is. So many 50-50. Josh Coburn was being WWE wrestled the entire game, and I know you're thinking, it was a bit of shirt pulling from Coburn, but Coburn had done virtually nothing. To be fair, people were crying out for him to be a bit more physical. I'd rather him have thrown him to the ground, but he was being wrestled every single time. He got nothing. Cooper in the box, dragged down again, absolutely nothing. But absolutely ridiculous decision where Langstaff's got the wrong side of the defender. He's running through on goal. He's a goal scorer. He's not going to want to go down, and the player just puts 2 arms on his back and pulls him back, pulls him down. to be fair, my angle was perfect for it. So
Yeah.
you could actually see the shirt pull. My angle was perfect, and so was the numbnut linesman, who was the other side of the pitch. He could clearly see that. How he's not given it as well as the referee is absolutely beyond me. And because you're nervous, because there's a lot going on, you're thinking, that could come back to haunt us. Fortunately, it didn't, because it would have been an absolute travesty, the fact that he did not give that as a red. It should be who knows whether we would have taken the penalty, considering how bad our penalties were at Palace.
Just stick Leonard on it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, put Leonard on it. But but it would have been a red. It's denying a clear goal scoring opportunity. So it's a red. It would have been a red card and a penalty, and it would have just made things a little bit more peaceful towards the end. It wasn't given. Our atmosphere today was horrible. Honestly, it's so quiet.
There was, when it's a bad atmosphere, one song actually went around the whole stadium, and that was it.
It's just all this hate rubbish. We don't hear noise. You're not going to hear hate. You're not going to hear anything. Our club is, drowning out the proper fans that are coming into the game, and that is something that needs to change, because we need the Den to be the fortress that it was.
Yeah.
At the moment, it's certainly not, and like I said, that needs to change sooner rather than later, because don't get me wrong, Watford didn't have a fantastic atmosphere themselves. It was. I
thought it'd be better, to be fair.
Yeah, they didn't bring that. Like, obviously, in terms of attendance-wise, we didn't bring many on a Monday night to the Den, but I thought they would definitely bring more. They're a well-supported club, and they didn't bring anywhere near as many as I thought they would. But who's your man of the match?
We haven't actually mentioned him, but Crammer. He was an absolute rock. Nothing got by him. A special mention to Del Boy in the middle. He played really well.
Is it Mazu Sako,
I think. I'm not sure.
Sako.
Yeah.
Mazu Sako.
Yeah, I think
he
so.
played. And to be fair, I thought Del Boy first 70 minutes was excellent. I think he started tiring towards the end. I was hoping Howland was going to come on.
So was I.
We did make a number of subs. Who did come on? So Maku come off. Coburn stayed on.
Yeah.
Langstaff stayed on. Langstaff came on for Nigley.
Yeah. Smallbone made his debut.
You thought he done well as well, didn't you?
You can tell. I always think this, when a player plays at the Den, you can tell when they're a level above a lot of other players. And he was very quick to get to the ball. He looked dangerous when he got on the ball, and he did one little flick and it didn't really work out, but it gave me a sense that he's got some quality behind him, and I'm excited to see him in a Millwall shirt.
Well, there was one really good bit of play, and I think he was involved in it, and it came into, I think it might have been Ballo that was running. No, Joe Bryan. It was Joe Bryan, and he just overhit his touch. Otherwise, it was great interplay, and we've done that at times today. That's why I thought Luongo had a really good game in the midfield. We're starting to, when we get the players back, you get Billy Mitchell back, you get Casper Denore, you
get Danny McNamara.
Danny McNamara's got to come back. We've got players. Obviously, there was no Ivanovic today, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Loads of different rumours, but no one actually knows. Maybe he's just giving him the night off to relax with his family. But like I said, today was about winning the game. We've had time. Like I said, we played well against Wrexham at home. We played well against Palace, and we didn't get anything out of the games. Today was not about. It was not about the performance, although it was pretty solid. Today was just about winning, and that's what we did. So I think I've got nothing else to say. You got anything else you want to say?
To be fair, I think I forgot one thing that I was going to say. But one of my favourite Millwall chants come out today in 1-0 and your keeper's dead when he hit his head in the post.
Yeah, which of course he wasn't dead. So
yeah, of course. But it was just it was a classic on the spot Millwall making up a chant, and that is actually one that sounded quite loud for us today. So yeah.
So loud that I didn't hear it, to be honest. But that'll show you about our atmosphere.
I've remembered the other one as well. Iran Kunda actually got away with punching Crammer today. Genuinely, it was when Ryan Leonard had a little bit of a push and shove match with their player. Iran Kunda just punches the back of Crammer, And Crammer goes to the fourth official. He's like, "Did you see that?" The ref comes over and has a word with both of them for some reason. And it was just it's at least a booking. You've just gone and punched the player for no reason.
I hope Josh Smith gets no turkey at Christmas. That's what I'm saying. He's flipping useless, and I never want to see him down the den. And we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you all on Saturday. A nice 12:30 kickoff in sunny Swansea, where we can do it all again. Thank you very much for watching the Millwall drive home. There's only one way we can end it. With 3 points down the A13. No one likes us.
We don't care.
Yeah.